Today on People, Places, and Things, I will continue my talk with Edgar Nichol about the real world of computers and how they affect our entire society. Ed is the director of the Northwest Kansas Library System. He uses the computer for his work and at home for his personal entertainment. I will be back in just a moment. Computers are everywhere these days. Their speed and efficiency is unquestionable. And whether you like the idea or not, computers are here to stay. And during the last several decades, the computer has changed from a jungle of tubes, wire, and magnetic tape to compact units that will fit into a briefcase. Soon you will have computers in the home that will visit with you, quite the same as I am talking to you now. The synthetic voice was first used to read books for the blind. It was called the Kurzweil unit, a great boon for the visually handicapped and the blind. But a computer that will react to voice command will help those who cannot use their hands and fingers. As with any advancement, there are some drawbacks. Voice computers and video screens may replace the printed word. Artificial intelligence might be a wolf in sheep's clothing, depending on the person who programmed it. The era of Buck Rogers and Star Trek and the voice computers, it's now with us. The advancement of the computer was my topic with Ed Nichol. Now what it was is that the voice of the Kurzweil reader was the first synthetic or synthesized voice that actually could have inflection, so which the next progressive step is now computers that essentially could talk to you. A common example would be the new computer video games and your entertainment machines that use the synthesized voice to talk back at you and challenge you, but those are all pre-programmed in. Do you see that possibly down the road the computer will not only have a video screen, but it will also talk to you and ask you the questions? Instead of typing it into the keyboard, it'll say, what would you like? And it will talk back to you, and you've just more or less verbalized with the machine.
Yes, in fact,
more commonplace.
To an extent, it's there now. The big limitations on that are the fact that you and I can hear the difference between each other's voice. The computer can too. One person talks a little faster, a little slower, and so on and so forth. And the computer has to be taught not only the English language or the French language or whatever, but has to be taught each individual person's use of that language. It can't listen to me say hello and listen to you say hello and come up with hello for both of us.
What about down the road when people start talking about, or as we have, about computers that can talk back to you, and if they overcome the obstacles in the future where the computer more or less understands about every idiosyncrasy of the human language? Some people have a fear that now the world of a thinking computer could possibly turn on its inventors. You've heard of this fear from a lot of people.
Fiction story has been around for a long time.
Sure. Do you think it'd ever be possible that the computer actually would not do what it's commanded to do, but go on its own?
Considering developments right now, it still takes somebody to tell the computer what to do. And yes, you could get the computer, I could design my computer in a program that did nasty things that would go in and invade your computer and take all your secrets from you and so on. People are doing that right now, but I still need a person that's using, the computer's a tool.
Yeah.
A gun is a tool. You can turn a gun on someone else, or you can use a gun for target practice. You can use it for fun, you can use it for games, you can use it for murder, mayhem. A computer is a tool also. It still takes a person operating that thing, and the person is still responsible. I've said this many, many times. There's no such thing as a computer error. The hot advance right now is in, or area where the most research is going on, is what's commonly called the AI research, artificial intelligence. And they're trying to come up with some kind of a machine that will simulate intelligence, but we have to stress that word, simulate intelligence. One of the things that has come out of AI research are computers that will program themselves, quote, end quote. They actually don't so much program themselves. Instead of working on a procedure and you say, all right, now computer, do this step, now do this step, now do this step, and you have your goal in mind after you've gone through all the steps and it's there. That's a procedural language like BASIC or Pascal, the common ones now. Logo and some of the others are non-procedural languages. Instead, what you do is you describe to the computer what you want in the end, and it decides what the steps are to go from A to B.
Do you ever think maybe that the printed word, per se, the paper book, the paper newspaper, is going to be...
Go away?
Yeah.
I hope not. Maybe I'm a little anachronistic in this, but I like the book. But there's a real possibility there. Microfilm, for a while, it looked as if that was going to take it over, and may still.
And we're putting our life and our earth in the hands of plastic, wires, and silicone chips.
That's right. That's right. In a very, very real sense, a very spooky sense.
It's strange to think that the advancement of the computer, developed by human intelligence, just might result in a society that won't be able to read the printed word. Why learn to read if a machine will do it for you? Don't be discouraged. As Ed Nichol says, the computer is a stupid machine until someone tells it what to do. And this brings a question to my mind. Is the advancement of the computer more important to we humans, more so than personal education and knowledge? Will we ever reach the point that the computer becomes our God, our deity, if you will? Human knowledge is important, but the spirit of the human must remain. More right after this.